The Pakistan Armed Forces have betrayed Allah and His Messenger monstrously. They're the ones who for the last 10 years, shamelessly, have allowed NATO transit to take all the oil supplies and all the military supplies from the port in Karachi, all through Pakistan to Afghanistan, to support the killing of our Muslim brothers and sisters and children in Afghanistan, thanks to the Pakistan Armed Forces.
9/11 के बाद एक सिचुएशन आई पाकिस्तान में, और उसमें अगर जो फैसले मैंने लिए हैं वो ना लेता तो आप यहाँ शायद बैठे ना होते इस तरीके से, क्योंकि वहाँ हिंदुस्तान उनको वही फैसिलिटीज दे रहा था अफगानिस्तान को अटैक करने के लिए जो हमारे, अगर वो होते अमेरिका और दुनिया इसके साथ, हिंदुस्तान के साथ, तो फिर आप बताएं कि वो अफगानिस्तान पे अटैक कहाँ से करते। हमें ही हमारे ऊपर से जाना था, हमारी थ्रू जाना था ना, तो हमारा बेड़ा गर्क होना था। अभी अगर आप समझते हैं पाकिस्तान में इतनी ताकत है कि वो पूरी दुनिया का मुकाबला कर सके, फिर तो बिस्मिल्लाह जी लड़ते हैं हम और ये वो। लेकिन ये भी मैं बताऊं, इसकी मजम्मत सिर्फ ये दुनिया नहीं कर रही थी, चीन भी, मुस्लिम ममालिक भी, अमेरिका भी, यूरोप भी, सब उनके खिलाफ थी एक्शन जो हुआ है। ठीक है, तो हम अकेले तन्हा अगर आ जाते हैं, जाने जी हम तो उनके साथ हैं, आपको आने नहीं देंगे, ये जो जब आप अगर मेरी पोजीशन में होते तो फिर मैं पूछता कि आप फैसला लें जरा, कैसे फैसला होता है। ये फैसले कोई आसान काम नहीं होता। अगर ये ना होता तो हम बहुत तबाह हो जाते। हमारी दो ही इंटरेस्ट है, हमारी न्यूक्लियर कैपेबिलिटी एक हमारा इंटरेस्ट है, वो भी शायद अब ना होता, और दूसरा हमारा कश्मीर कॉज है जिसके ऊपर हम समझते हैं कि हमें मजबूत रहना चाहिए, वो भी शायद खत्म हो जाता, और पता नहीं और हमारे साथ क्या होना था।
I don't know, and perhaps you can help me and correct me, whether any armed force of any country in the world today, including the Pakistani armed forces, have ever described themselves or will ever describe themselves as mujahideen. Do please correct me, and do please send me the evidence that the head of the armed forces of Pakistan ever described his soldiers as mujahideen engaged in jihad. I don't think armed forces of secular nation states use that kind of a language. No.
We are Muslims, we believe in jihad, and we believe in our cause. And the cause is that ours is a principled stand.
When we go for jihad, and if we die, it has been promised in our religion that we would be rewarded for that. And the rewards which have been promised are so good that a soldier does not want to live. He wants to die in the name of Allah.
There are some people who have less than peanuts in their head, who will have us believe that the Pakistan armed forces are the champions of Islam. And these people are going to conquer India. I don't know where they got that from. Belongs to Disneyland. Because the Pakistan Armed Forces has consistently been a friend of Israel. Consistently been a friend of Israel. Pakistan is most firmly an ally of Israel. And when Allah's punishment comes, it's going to be terrible. I say you have to be actually living in Disneyland to believe that the Pakistan Armed Forces are going to be the force that is going to conquer India. Excuse me for my language, Pakistani people, but that's nonsense. This is Israel's most strategic ally. And if a Muslim army is going to conquer Hind, it'll have to be an army that is also opposed to Israel. Is the Pakistan Armed Forces like that? Correct me if I'm wrong. The attack on Pakistan is coming. And when the attack on Pakistan takes place, it will be for the purpose of destroying Pakistan's nuclear plans and dismantling Pakistan's nuclear weapons. In order for Israel to wage big wars, they have to take out Pakistan's nuclear weapons. Once Pakistan's nuclear threat is removed, which should not be long from now, we can then expect the big wars to take place. Israel flexing her muscles. Once Pakistan's nuclear threat is removed, which should not be long from now, which should not be long from now, there are some people who have less than peanuts in their head, who would have us believe that the Pakistan Armed Forces are the champions of Islam.